Robert H. Schuller's Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do begins with a simple yet powerful premise. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and periods of difficulty, but these moments are temporary, and the key to overcoming them lies in one's character, mindset, and resilience. From the outset, Schuller emphasizes that external circumstances do not define a person. It is how they respond to adversity that determines the course of their life. This distinction is crucial because it shifts the focus from blame to personal empowerment, teaching readers that they are not victims of circumstance, but architects of their own resilience. Schuller illustrates this idea by recounting stories from his own life and from those he observed in his ministry. As a young man, he faced financial struggles, professional uncertainty, and personal doubts about his ability to impact others positively. Yet, he persisted, often relying on a vision of a better future, unwavering faith, and deliberate action. His example demonstrates a critical lesson. Tough times are inevitable, but persistence, hope, and proactive thinking allow individuals to endure and ultimately thrive. Globally, this lesson resonates with entrepreneurs who faced major setbacks during economic crises yet emerged stronger. During the 2008 global financial crisis, business owners in the United States who restructured their operations, diversified their products, or embraced digital transformation were able to not only survive but gain market share. Similarly, in countries like India and Kenya, small business owners adapted to market disruptions, using creativity and resilience to maintain operations and grow customer bases despite uncertainty. Schuller emphasizes that adversity serves a dual purpose. It is both a challenge and a teacher. Tough times reveal the weaknesses, habits, and thought patterns that limit success, while simultaneously providing opportunities for growth, self-reflection, and the development of inner strength. He recounts stories of individuals who, when faced with seemingly insurmountable obstacles, discovered talents, ingenuity, and perseverance they had never realized they possessed. This lesson is evident in modern American contexts. During the COVID-19 pandemic, individuals who lost jobs or faced business closures were forced to pivot, upskill, or reinvent their careers, often discovering new avenues for income and personal development. Globally, communities in Southeast Asia and South America leveraged digital technologies, remote work, and e-commerce to overcome disruptions, turning hardship into opportunity. The embedded insight is clear. Adversity is not merely a test of endurance, but a catalyst for transformation. A recurring theme in the book is the power of attitude and mindset. Schuller asserts that tough people are distinguished not by their circumstances, but by their mental approach to challenges. Optimism, self-belief, and proactive thinking act as shields against despair and inertia. He illustrates this with stories of individuals who, rather than succumbing to fear or negativity, chose to focus on solutions, opportunities, and personal growth. This principle applies across generations and cultures. In the U.S., athletes like Serena Williams overcame personal and societal challenges by cultivating mental toughness and an unwavering focus on long-term goals. In Asia, social entrepreneurs in countries like the Philippines and Indonesia overcame systemic obstacles, such as limited resources and bureaucratic hurdles, by maintaining a forward-looking mindset, emphasizing problem-solving, and inspiring others through their example. The lesson flows naturally. A positive, resilient mindset not only mitigates the impact of tough times, but actively transforms challenges into stepping stones. Closely linked to mindset is the idea of self-discipline and consistent action. Schuller emphasizes that tough people do not wait for circumstances to improve. They take deliberate steps to advance despite adversity. He recounts stories of individuals who created routines, developed habits of perseverance, and maintained focus on their objectives, even when immediate results were not visible. In today's world, this principle manifests in countless ways. Entrepreneurs who faced shutdowns or supply chain disruptions in the U.S. continued to innovate, maintain customer engagement, and restructure business models, ultimately emerging stronger. Globally, artisans, freelancers, and small business owners in Africa and Latin America built resilience by consistently producing quality work, adapting to market needs, and maintaining strong client relationships despite economic instability. The natural progression is evident. Mindset shapes response, and disciplined, persistent action converts intention into tangible results. Schuller also highlights the importance of vision and goal setting. Tough times test individuals' clarity of purpose. Those without a clear vision often falter when confronted with obstacles, while those with well-defined goals maintain direction and motivation. He illustrates this through stories of entrepreneurs, educators, and community leaders who, despite scarcity, maintained a focus on their ultimate objectives. In contemporary America, this is reflected in startup founders who, despite funding challenges, continue to innovate and pursue long-term goals, often attracting investment and growth as a result. Globally, in developing regions, individuals who maintain a clear vision for educational, business, or social initiatives are more likely to mobilize resources, inspire communities, and achieve impact despite challenging conditions. The lesson naturally follows. Clarity of purpose sustains resilience, guides decision-making, and provides a framework for enduring hardships. Another key principle embedded in the book is the value of learning from failure. Schuller argues that setbacks are not signs of incompetence or defeat, but rather opportunities for insight and improvement. He recounts examples of individuals who experienced repeated failures, yet used each experience to refine strategies, enhance skills, and strengthen character. This resonates with contemporary examples globally. In the US, entrepreneurs who faced initial product failures often conducted market analysis, iterated, and launched successful ventures. Similarly, tech startups in India, Brazil, and South Africa that initially struggled leveraged lessons from early mistakes to achieve scalability and sustainability. The embedded lesson flows naturally. Adversity is temporary, but the lessons extracted from it contribute to long-term strength, skill, and confidence. A central theme in Schuller's narrative is the interconnectedness of personal resilience and community support. While inner toughness is critical, he observes that seeking mentorship, guidance, and encouragement can accelerate recovery and growth. Individuals who combine personal perseverance with support from mentors, peers, and networks are better equipped to navigate challenges. In the modern American landscape, professional networks, entrepreneurial incubators, and online learning communities provide resources, encouragement, and collaboration that help individuals overcome setbacks. Globally, cooperative initiatives in Southeast Asia, community support groups in Africa, and mentorship programs in Latin America demonstrate that resilience is both personal and relational, reinforcing the idea that overcoming adversity often involves leveraging both internal and external resources. Throughout tough times never last, but tough people do. Schuller emphasizes that the most effective way to endure challenges is to shift focus from problems to solutions. He provides vivid examples of people who, when faced with financial hardship, health crises, or personal loss, redirected their energy toward creating solutions, improving skills, or assisting others. Modern parallels abound. During the pandemic, U.S. businesses pivoted to e-commerce, remote service delivery, and digital engagement to maintain operations. Globally, individuals in countries such as Nigeria and India adapted to restrictions by creating digital content, offering online tutoring, or selling products via mobile platforms. The embedded lesson progresses naturally. Challenges are inevitable, but by focusing on solutions and actionable steps, individuals turn adversity into opportunity. Finally, Schuller emphasizes that tough people cultivate hope and a long-term perspective. Temporary setbacks do not define a lifetime. The ability to maintain faith in a better future while acting decisively in the present creates momentum and resilience. Examples in contemporary society reflect this principle. In the U.S., communities hit by natural disasters or economic downturns rebuild through a combination of government support, local initiative, and individual perseverance. Globally, populations recovering from crises, such as political upheaval, economic instability, or pandemics, demonstrate that hope, when paired with practical action, fuels recovery and long-term progress. Schuller's overarching lesson is that resilience is cultivated not merely by enduring hardship, but by combining optimism, discipline, and strategic action in a continuous cycle of growth. As Robert H. Schuller's insights deepen, he underscores that overcoming adversity requires more than optimism. It demands faith, persistence, and a commitment to inner strength. Tough times test character, exposing both resilience and vulnerability, yet they also offer the chance to develop qualities that define long-term success. Schuller tells stories of individuals who faced profound personal, financial, or professional crises yet refused to surrender to despair. Through deliberate action, careful planning, and unwavering belief in better outcomes, they not only survived but thrived. These narratives illustrate a central lesson. Resilience is cultivated through repeated practice and the conscious choice to act despite fear or uncertainty. Modern examples illustrate this principle vividly. In the United States, small business owners who endured the economic shocks of the 2008 financial crisis adapted by restructuring operations, embracing digital sales channels, and seeking innovative solutions to maintain customer engagement. Rather than waiting for circumstances to improve, they proactively identified opportunities to pivot, demonstrating that adversity rewards those who act decisively. Globally, similar patterns emerge. Entrepreneurs in Kenya, Nigeria, and India transformed economic disruptions into opportunities by leveraging mobile technology, e-commerce, and microfinance solutions to create new income streams. The embedded lesson flows naturally. Adversity is not an endpoint, but a crucible that strengthens those willing to persist with vision and effort. A recurring theme in Schuller's narrative is the importance of mental and emotional resilience. Tough people develop the capacity to maintain calm, focus, and perspective even when faced with daunting challenges. They understand that setbacks are inevitable, yet they view obstacles as temporary and surmountable. The lessons from Schuller's observations of resilient individuals reveal that emotional discipline is a skill, not an innate trait. In modern America, leaders in healthcare, education, and business demonstrate this principle daily, managing high-pressure environments while making strategic decisions that ensure continuity and growth. Globally, in regions affected by conflict or natural disasters, community leaders rely on emotional resilience to guide populations, maintain morale, and coordinate recovery efforts, demonstrating that the ability to manage emotions under stress is critical to survival and long-term progress. Closely connected to emotional resilience is the lesson of consistent, focused action. Tough people understand that success is built incrementally through persistent effort. Schuller provides examples of individuals who faced repeated failures yet continued to pursue their goals, refining strategies and applying lessons learned from each setback. Contemporary entrepreneurs, for instance, often endure multiple failed ventures before achieving a breakthrough. In the US, tech founders who launch several unsuccessful apps eventually create products that disrupt markets because they applied the learning from prior missteps. Similarly, in Latin America, startup founders iterate on business models until they find scalable solutions that meet market needs. The lesson is natural and progressive. Resilience requires not only hope but persistent, intelligent action toward clearly defined goals. Schuller also emphasizes that tough people are visionaries. They see beyond the immediate challenge to a larger purpose. Individuals who maintain a sense of purpose are better equipped to endure hardships because they are guided by long-term goals rather than short-term difficulties. This clarity of vision is evident in social entrepreneurs worldwide who, despite limited resources, persist because they are motivated by a mission rather than immediate gain. In the US, nonprofit leaders rebuilding communities after natural disasters operate with the same principle, ensuring that even in the face of daunting challenges, each decision aligns with a broader objective. The embedded lesson progresses naturally. Vision provides direction, sustains motivation, and transforms temporary setbacks into stepping stones toward long-term success. An important aspect of Schuller's teaching is the role of adaptability. Tough people adjust their strategies in response to changing circumstances without compromising their ultimate goals. Schuller recounts instances where individuals encountered obstacles that required flexibility, creative problem-solving, and the willingness to abandon ineffective approaches. In contemporary U.S. business, companies like Netflix pivoted from DVD rentals to streaming services, adapting to technological change while maintaining a long-term vision. Globally, Artisans and small business owners in Southeast Asia transitioned to online sales when traditional markets were disrupted by pandemics, demonstrating that adaptability is a critical determinant of resilience. The lesson flows naturally. Perseverance without flexibility is insufficient. Resilient individuals combine persistence with the wisdom to adjust strategies as circumstances evolve. The concept of learning from setbacks continues to permeate Schuller's narrative. He illustrates how tough people examine failures to extract practical lessons, refine skills, and improve future performance. This approach transforms mistakes from sources of discouragement into tools for growth. In the U.S., entrepreneurs who failed in initial business launches often leveraged market research, customer feedback, and financial insights to achieve subsequent success. Similarly, in Africa and Asia, innovators in e-commerce, agriculture, and technology industries have used early failures as stepping stones to scale impactful solutions. The natural progression of this insight is evident. Adversity provides information, and learning from that information enhances both competence and confidence, increasing the likelihood of future success. Another key theme Schuller embeds is the importance of cultivating supportive networks and seeking mentorship. While inner strength is essential, resilient individuals recognize the value of guidance, encouragement, and collaboration. Those who combine personal determination with strategic support are better positioned to navigate challenges. In the modern U.S., entrepreneurial incubators, professional associations, and peer mentorship provide critical resources for navigating uncertainty. Globally, cooperatives, community mentorship programs, and international partnerships assist individuals in overcoming systemic obstacles, emphasizing that resilience is reinforced by both internal character and external support structures. Schuller also highlights the significance of service and contribution during adversity. Tough individuals often find that focusing on helping others not only creates positive impact, but also strengthens their own resilience. By shifting attention from personal difficulties to constructive action, they maintain motivation and perspective. Contemporary examples include American healthcare workers who, despite personal risk, continue to serve communities during crises, or social entrepreneurs in developing regions who leverage scarce resources to improve education, healthcare, or livelihoods. The embedded lesson progresses logically. By serving others, resilient individuals gain perspective, reinforce purpose, and cultivate the emotional strength necessary to endure tough times. Finally, Schuller emphasizes that toughness is cultivated over time through the deliberate practice of resilience, hope, and faith in one's abilities. Challenges are inevitable, but they are temporary. Those who persist, act with discipline, maintain perspective, adapt strategically, and leverage both personal and community resources emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable. This principle is visible in the lives of leaders, innovators, and ordinary individuals worldwide. From entrepreneurs recovering from economic recessions in the U.S. to communities rebuilding after natural disasters in Southeast Asia, the combination of persistent effort, emotional regulation, strategic action, and long-term vision consistently produces success and stability. The natural conclusion is clear: tough times never last, but tough people do, because resilience is an active practice cultivated through continuous learning, strategic action, and unwavering faith in oneself and the future. As Robert H. Schuller's philosophy unfolds, he emphasizes that the cultivation of resilience is not a one-time act, but a lifelong practice. Tough people understand that challenges will recur, and that the manner in which they navigate each setback compounds their capacity for future adversity. Schuller illustrates this through stories of individuals who, faced with repeated trials, developed habits that strengthened their mental, emotional, and spiritual resilience. These habits include structured daily routines, reflective thinking, proactive problem-solving, and disciplined action. Modern parallels are evident. In the United States, entrepreneurs and professionals create systems and routines that enable them to sustain productivity and maintain focus even during market disruptions or personal crises. Globally, community leaders and social innovators in regions like Africa and Southeast Asia establish resilient practices that allow them to continue impacting their communities despite systemic challenges. The embedded lesson flows naturally. Resilience is not accidental. It is cultivated deliberately through daily habits and practices that reinforce toughness and adaptability. Schuller also underscores the importance of perspective in navigating adversity. Tough people interpret setbacks not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. This shift in perception transforms fear and frustration into motivation and creativity. In the U.S., leaders of companies that struggled during the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic reframed the crisis as an opportunity to innovate, creating new products, services, or delivery models that ultimately strengthened their businesses. Globally, artisans and entrepreneurs in India, Kenya, and Brazil adapted to supply chain disruptions and shifting consumer behavior by pivoting to e-commerce, demonstrating that perspective, the ability to see opportunity in difficulty, is a critical differentiator between those who succumb to challenges and those who thrive. The lesson is clear. Adversity is temporary, but perspective shapes how one endures, learns, and ultimately overcomes. Another critical insight embedded in Schuller's work is that faith, whether spiritual, personal, or in one's abilities, serves as a stabilizing force during tough times. Faith is not blind optimism, but a belief in the possibility of positive outcomes and the capacity to influence circumstances through deliberate action. Schuller recounts numerous examples of individuals who, guided by faith, persevered through financial hardship, personal loss, or professional setbacks. Contemporary examples abound. In the United States, nonprofit organizations and community leaders operating in low-income or disaster-affected areas maintain faith in their mission despite limited resources, often achieving remarkable impact. Globally, faith in personal and communal goals drives resilience in countries facing political instability or economic turbulence, from social entrepreneurs in Southeast Asia to community organizers in Africa. The embedded lesson is that faith, coupled with action, sustains individuals through uncertainty and empowers them to achieve outcomes that may initially seem improbable. Schuller also emphasizes the power of incremental progress. Tough people understand that large goals are achieved not through immediate, dramatic changes, but through consistent, small steps. This approach reduces overwhelm and builds momentum, reinforcing confidence and capability over time. In modern contexts, American startup founders often scale businesses gradually, testing ideas, learning from early mistakes, and iterating to improve offerings. Globally, micro-entrepreneurs in Latin America and Africa start with small ventures, such as local service provision or online micro-businesses, that gradually expand in scope, revenue, and impact. The lesson progresses naturally. Resilience is strengthened by sustained action, and even minor achievements accumulate to produce significant transformation. An essential component of Schuller's framework is the cultivation of hope and vision. Tough people maintain a long-term perspective, focusing on ultimate objectives rather than temporary discomfort. Vision provides direction, while hope sustains energy and motivation during periods of uncertainty. Robert illustrates this with examples of individuals who maintained unwavering focus on their goals despite prolonged challenges, ultimately achieving success that might have seemed unattainable during early struggles. In contemporary America, this principle is reflected in athletes and entrepreneurs who maintain long-term training or development schedules, achieving peak performance and growth despite setbacks. Globally, innovators in technology, education, and health sectors maintain focus on transformative goals, demonstrating that hope coupled with deliberate effort accelerates progress and resilience. The lesson flows naturally. Vision and hope are not abstract ideals. They are practical tools for navigating adversity and sustaining effort toward meaningful outcomes. Schuller also underscores the importance of self-reflection and learning during tough times. Resilient individuals regularly examine their experiences, identify patterns, and extract lessons that can inform future decisions. This reflective practice ensures that setbacks contribute to growth rather than merely causing frustration or discouragement. In the U.S., executives and entrepreneurs routinely conduct post-mortem analyses of failed projects or business pivots to glean insights for future ventures. Globally, educational leaders, innovators, and social entrepreneurs analyze program outcomes and community feedback to refine strategies, enhance impact, and mitigate risks in future initiatives. The lesson is embedded naturally. Adversity is temporary, but the wisdom gained from reflection endures, equipping individuals with the tools to handle future challenges more effectively. Another principle Schuller highlights is the integration of action with patience. Tough people act decisively, yet understand that results often require time to materialize. Impulsive or impatient responses to challenges frequently exacerbate problems, while thoughtful, persistent effort produces lasting results. In contemporary American contexts, investors, business leaders, and innovators balance decisive action with strategic patience, allowing initiatives to mature and compound value over time. Globally, long-term agricultural entrepreneurs, tech innovators, and social program implementers apply similar principles, understanding that meaningful outcomes require sustained effort and careful stewardship. The lesson naturally progresses. Resilience involves both immediate action and long-term planning, harmonized to navigate adversity effectively. Finally, Schuller emphasizes that service, contribution, and helping others enhance personal resilience. By focusing on creating positive impact, individuals find renewed energy, purpose, and perspective, even amid personal challenges. In the U.S., volunteers, social workers, and community leaders operating in high-stress environments report increased personal resilience and motivation as a result of their contributions. Globally, humanitarian workers, educators, and grassroots organizers leverage acts of service to maintain hope, build social cohesion, and reinforce their own capacity to endure adversity. The embedded lesson concludes naturally. Resilience is reinforced when combined with action that benefits others, creating a cycle of personal growth and societal contribution. As Robert H. Schuller concludes his philosophy, the overarching principle becomes clear. Toughness is cultivated, not inherited, and it is the combination of mindset, faith, action, reflection, and contribution that enables individuals to endure, adapt, and thrive in the face of adversity. The lessons presented throughout the book converge into a coherent system for resilience that is both practical and universally applicable, offering a blueprint for anyone seeking to navigate the inevitable challenges of life. One of the most critical insights Schuller imparts is that resilient individuals embrace responsibility for their own lives. Tough people do not wait for circumstances, luck, or external intervention to improve their situation. They take ownership of their choices, actions, and responses. This principle is evident in contemporary American contexts. Entrepreneurs who faced bankruptcy or business failure often assumed full responsibility for learning from their missteps, making strategic adjustments, and rebuilding stronger enterprises. Globally, leaders in developing countries, from microfinance pioneers in India to agricultural innovators in Africa, demonstrate similar ownership, taking initiative to transform systemic challenges into opportunities for growth. The lesson flows naturally. Accountability is the cornerstone of resilience, empowering individuals to act decisively and navigate adversity effectively. Schuller also emphasizes that resilience requires balancing optimism with realism. Tough people maintain faith and hope, yet they also confront challenges with clear eyes and practical strategies. Blind optimism can lead to disappointment, while despair can lead to paralysis. The resilient mindset navigates a middle path, combining belief in positive outcomes with careful assessment and planning. In the U.S., successful business leaders during periods of economic uncertainty, such as the 2008 recession or the COVID-19 pandemic, balanced hope with analysis, making calculated decisions to safeguard and grow their enterprises. Globally, entrepreneurs in Asia and Latin America similarly plan strategically while maintaining faith in their long-term goals, illustrating that resilient action combines optimism, realism, and disciplined planning. A recurring theme is that tough times are temporary, but the lessons they impart endure. Schuller underscores that adversity is an opportunity for growth, enabling individuals to develop skills, habits, and perspectives that serve them for a lifetime. In contemporary practice, American professionals who lose jobs during market downturns often gain new skills, adapt to emerging industries, and ultimately secure more rewarding positions. Globally, Communities recovering from natural disasters or economic crises frequently emerge stronger, having developed improved infrastructure, resourcefulness, and social cohesion. The lesson is clear. Challenges themselves are fleeting, but the wisdom, strength, and resilience cultivated during adversity persist, shaping future success. Another central insight is the interplay between personal resilience and social contribution. Schuller demonstrates that individuals who focus on helping others, even amid personal difficulty, gain renewed energy, motivation, and perspective. Modern examples abound. U.S. healthcare workers, educators, and social entrepreneurs faced immense challenges during the pandemic, yet their commitment to service reinforced their own resilience while generating broader societal benefit. Globally, grassroots organizers, volunteers, and community leaders demonstrate that contributing to others during times of crisis strengthens both individual capacity and collective outcomes. The embedded lesson progresses naturally. Personal toughness is amplified when combined with acts that benefit others, creating a virtuous cycle of resilience and impact. Schuller also stresses the importance of adaptive thinking and creative problem-solving. Tough individuals recognize that rigid approaches often fail under pressure. Flexibility and innovation are essential for navigating complex, changing circumstances. In the U.S., small businesses adapted to supply chain disruptions and shifting consumer behaviors by innovating in delivery methods, digital engagement, and operational efficiency. Globally, entrepreneurs in emerging economies pivoted during political instability, climate events, and economic challenges, demonstrating that adaptability transforms obstacles into opportunities. The lesson flows logically. Resilience is not static endurance, but dynamic, creative, and responsive action informed by awareness and insight. A key principle embedded throughout the book is the integration of faith, hope, and action. Schuller illustrates that belief in a better future, confidence in one's capabilities, and practical steps to achieve goals work synergistically. Optimism alone is insufficient, as is effort without direction or skill. The resilient individual combines belief, knowledge, and deliberate action to overcome challenges. In contemporary U.S. contexts, entrepreneurs who maintained confidence in their mission while taking actionable steps during the pandemic successfully navigated market uncertainty. Globally, social innovators, educators, and business leaders have applied the same combination of hope and strategic action to create sustainable impact despite adverse conditions. The natural progression is evident. Faith and hope inspire persistence, while deliberate action converts aspiration into tangible results. Schuller reinforces that resilience is cumulative. Each challenge faced, each setback endured, and each solution implemented builds experience, confidence, and inner strength that prepares individuals for future adversity. In the U.S., investors who endured market volatility over decades develop expertise and strategic foresight that allow them to capitalize on opportunities others miss. Globally, entrepreneurs in volatile markets use lessons learned from past disruptions to create more robust, sustainable, and innovative ventures. The embedded insight is clear: tough times never last, but the knowledge, habits, and inner strength developed during those times endure, equipping individuals for future challenges. Finally, Schuller concludes with a holistic message. Tough people prevail not because life is easy, but because they cultivate inner strength, clarity of purpose, disciplined action, adaptability, and a commitment to learning and service. These qualities form a system of resilience that transcends culture, geography, and circumstance. Modern examples in the U.S. include leaders in business, education, and community development who navigate crises while inspiring others, and globally, social entrepreneurs, innovators, and community organizers exemplify the same principles. Toughness is not reserved for the fortunate. It is developed deliberately through mindset, action, reflection, and service. By integrating all these lessons, Schuller provides a blueprint for thriving in life's inevitable challenges. His message is simple yet profound. Tough times never last, but tough people do. Resilience is cultivated through deliberate practice, combining optimism, faith, strategic action, adaptability, learning, and contribution. Individuals who adopt this approach can navigate personal, professional, and societal challenges successfully, turning adversity into opportunity, failure into insight, and setbacks into stepping stones toward enduring growth. Whether one faces financial crises in the U.S., systemic challenges in emerging markets, or personal struggles anywhere in the world, the principles Schuller outlines provide a universally applicable roadmap for cultivating strength, hope, and lasting success.